has any guarantees with their kids, so if you just offer your children all the opportunities and are patient with them, you just do the best you can do. And it helps to have the Birth to 3 program there to help you.
The Connecticut Birth to 3 system provides support to families of children who are under the age of 3 and have a disability or delays in developmental milestones such as sitting, walking, or talking. Those special needs may have no specific cause or may be due to a medical condition such as Down syndrome, hearing loss, spina bifida, or extremely low birth weight.
That's good.
We were in the NICU unit at Farmington, and she was there because she had had asphyxia at birth. So she was there for 2 weeks, and they had recommended Jordan for the Birth to 3 system.
When he first started, he was a preemie. My expectation was to see him progress, to develop his motor skills.
It was really statistically not likely that we would have a second Downs child, but we did. And so there was that first bit of, for us it was again.
After a child is evaluated and found eligible, a plan of services and support is set up to meet the specific needs of each child and family. The Birth to 3 system helps each family to help themselves and their child to realize their goals and dreams. The first step is referral. Some children have conditions at birth that automatically qualify them for Birth to 3 services. For others, their developmental delays are not noticeable until they are a bit older. All referrals start at Birth to 3 info line. Pediatricians or child care providers often refer families for specific concerns about development.
If it's a parent we're talking to, we can ask them some questions and really focus in on what their concerns are about their infant or toddler. And then we really explain the system. The intake staff here at Birth to 3 Info Line are really experienced in helping a family along with that process.
When you call the special Birth to 3 Info Line phone number, you are given names of approved programs serving your town.
You do have the option to switch.
Then, you are free to choose the one that seems right for your family.
You should get a call the next day or two, and they'll schedule the appointment with you from there.
Once we've completed the referral with the family over the telephone, what we do is we mail out an information package to the family, which includes a handbook that it really explains the evaluation process and talks to them a little bit more about what Birth to 3 is about. And it really goes into a little bit of detail about what their rights are.
The next step is an evaluation, which determines if your child is eligible for Birth to 3 services.
In a typical initial evaluation, there usually will be 2 people who will come out and meet the family and the child. It may be an occupational physical therapist, a teacher, or a speech and language therapist, and that generally they're going to ask the family questions about the child, what their concerns are, if any, at that time, depending on their age.
The evaluators are chosen according to the needs of your child. They will be making assessments in 5 main areas. They are self-help skills, like bathing, feeding, and dressing; cognitive skills, including learning and reasoning; communication skills, which might take the form of pointing, babbling, or talking; physical development, including vision, hearing, and health; and social emotional development, which would include feelings, interaction, and relationships.
Come on over.
You will play an active part, helping with the activities and answering questions. Much of the evaluation will seem like play as the Birth to 3 team determines your child's capabilities and needs. If it is found that your child is not eligible for Birth to 3 services after an initial evaluation, you will be given information about other community services. You will also be offered the Ages and Stages questionnaire process, which is a way to track your child's ongoing development. Every few months, you will receive a questionnaire in the mail. If the completed questionnaire indicates that your child is developing on schedule, Birth to 3 Info Line will send you a letter stating that your child's development appears to be within normal limits for his or her age, and will enclose some fun activities for you and your child to enjoy. If there are concerns, InfoLine will contact you directly. You may wish to have your child's development reevaluated at that time. If it is determined that your child is eligible for Birth to 3 services, the next step is to create an Individualized Family Service Plan, or IFSP. This plan of support and services will be developed by you and a Birth to 3 team. Your child's doctor will also provide input and approval. The plan will address your child's strengths and needs, as well as your family's concerns and priorities.
They came to our house and we just had a little meeting about, our hopes for Mimi and what we wanted to accomplish with Mimi, and they told us what they had available to us and what other services in the area were available to us.
You have a lot of control. It's not up to them. They give you the information. This is the issue that's happening. We have this to help, or that, this person or that person. They inform you of what that person will do. And then you can make the decision if that feels right for your child or if that feels right for the family.
The Birth to 3 system believes that as parents, you are your child's first and best teachers. Therefore, services are family-centered and take place in your home, at childcare, or at other places familiar to your child. You will be asked to make choices and will be able to decide how services will fit into your family's daily routine. Guidance and support will typically be provided by physical, occupational, or speech therapists, special education teachers, who are also called developmental therapists, or other staff who are trained and experienced in early childhood development.
Carrie comes to our house and we play for about an hour, and it just seems like play maybe on the outside, but the whole time Carrie's looking at different signs of how her development's coming along, and it just makes me feel a lot better knowing there's another person who has a real knowledge of what my daughter's doing.
Visits can be made at different times each week to help out the parent, and also the suggestions that are given during those sessions can be carried throughout the whole week for the family.
It really fits nicely. It doesn't really feel like an invasion. It doesn't feel like you have all these strangers coming into your home. They become part of your family.
Periodically, you and your Birth to 3 team will review your family service plan, make appropriate changes, and set new goals.
One of our first goals was for Jordan to develop an independent means of mobility, and I know you guys
She's beginning to do some of that, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. As long as she's well supported, her steps are definitely there. Purposeful and weight bearing, all of those.
Big steps.
When we did his last annual review, we had a little bit of concern with his adaptive area and with his speech, which would have meant for Mom to have more services from different providers in the house. We talked with Mom, and Mom didn't really feel that would be good for Deshawn because he was used to one person. So I incorporate speech and some of the occupational things into my weekly sessions, but I consult with the speech therapist and occupational therapist on what I can do with him and suggestions that I can give Mom and Dad to help him.
Don't hesitate to ask a lot of questions, and also put your style in with the teachers and the counselor, and make sure that they know what you expect, and allow that to create a custom plan for your own child.
Your Birth to 3 team will work closely with you to provide support and guidance every step of the way.
We're a family first, and it just so happens that we also have a child with a disability, and they have just showed us different ways that she can be included in our family.
One of the Mom's major concerns with Deshawn was that he wasn't talking. He was using gestures, or he was grunting, pointing to get his point across as to what he wanted. And there was a lot of temper tantrums from that. Now Deshawn is able to get his point across.
Two more?
Two more.
Okay.
Every week we have someone saying, you guys are doing the right thing, or this is something that you should work on. It really helps to have that a third party looking and telling us, giving evaluation as we go along.
Birth to 3 services are provided regardless of a family's ability to pay. The costs are covered primarily by state and federal funds or your family's health insurance. Families are also charged a monthly fee based on a sliding scale.
As your child approaches age 3, you will be able to take part in a planning process specially designed to help your child transition out of birth to 3 into preschool or other community settings. A video and handbook will be available to tell you more about that process.
There's a nice puppy.
The Connecticut Birth to 3 system is dedicated to helping you achieve the goals and dreams you have for your child and your family.
She wasn't broken. There's nothing wrong with her the way she is. She's perfectly fine, and she has a potential, and all we want to do is be able to reach that.
Basically, he's friendly. He'll speak, he'll, say hi and everything else, and he's generally a basically normal kid.
I just hope Jordan will be the best person she can be, and I'm sure with the Birth to 3 program, it's getting her off to a real good start. And I just want her to be a happy person like anyone else and get the best shot at life that anyone could get,